Computer forensics will prove that neither the 66-minute audiobook nor the Mike G Man channel are mine.
The FBI isn't going to fall for your decoy computers, which wouldn't have your G-Man account on it. They will find your real computer with all of it on there. The feds already found your previous computer with all the proof they will likely need when they prosecute you in a court of law. You're going to get life sentences anyway, but I think they will find your latest real computer, not your decoy computers you set up to try and fool the feds, and you're so confident they can only find.
Yeah, Gibson's not smart enough to hide his real computer he uses to conduct his crimes on.
Newsflash about the audiobook. It is, in fact, possible for an audio voice recording of a person's voice to be fabricated by someone else by using AI.
I've been over this before, but you still continue to gaslight. Just because technology exists to fake voices doesn't mean your G-Man persona isn't real. Let's use an example of how stupid your illogic is. It's like you're trying to pin someone with the crime of murder, but you have zero proof other than the mere existence of murder weapons, but you have no evidence that someone used a murder weapon to kill anyone. I hope that example doesn't go over your brainlet skull, which it likely will, and you'll just gaslight again. But that's the same illogic as you blaming others for your G-Man account. Just because the technology exists to deepfake something does not mean that account isn't real. You have no extraordinary evidence that it's a fake or an impersonation account. And don't hide behind your lies that the feds will defend you in court. They will be the ones prosecuting you in court. They already have enough forensic evidence from your old computer to have you sentenced to life in prison. And I already said this in my previous video, we all know you're schizophrenic with multiple personality disorders. You keep ignoring what I've said in your latest video, pretending I never brought up what you're questioning.
Yeah, I've noticed you've addressed everything, Jeff, but Gibson just pretends like you haven't debunked all of his bullshit lies. Gibson playing dumb must be his latest strategy to hide the truth.
And the troll used the impersonation account to go around trolling and cyberbullying random unsuspecting users, particularly those with autism, including myself. People like Mark Zuckerberg.
There's so much irony and hypocrisy from Gibson. He insults Zuckerberg, who has autism, and then he cyberbullies me with disgusting misogynistic names for me.
And not only that, babe, Gibson is making threats of violence and murder towards my supporters. Gibson is trying to intimidate 666J1 because he supports me. This is how MGTOW incels will try and silence the truth and people speaking the truth by making terroristic threats.
Jeff made it appear as if Kayla were exposing me, when in reality she was exposing one guy in one video that I can't find anymore. I think it's put on private now, or it's either deleted or put on private.
Oh, how convenient for Gibson. He claims the so-called original video is on private or deleted, obviously because it doesn't exist. And the real original video was Kayla exposing Gibson. So Gibson, why then isn't Kayla coming out and defending you then? Because she's dead. You killed her. You were pretending last year she was siding with you, when in reality Kayla wanted nothing to do with you, because she knew you were a psychotic MGTOW incel. And you openly admit in your very real audiobook, dreaming in fascistic colors, that you stalked her while she showered naked, and you broke into her home and strangled Kayla to death, and then you sexually assaulted her dead corpse.
I sent this to Augie, and she was disgusted. She said Rick is a psychopath.
Sienna obviously is being brainwashed by you, Gibson. You obviously stole Augie's phone, and now you have control of her Facebook. That is just like how you stole Kayla's phone and took over Kayla's YouTube account. Obviously to try and hide the fact you murdered Augie.
I would be perfectly willing to testify against both of them in court. Aha!
You can snitch on Sienna all you want, but she isn't going to defend your lies in a courtroom under oath. Now, I love Sienna, but there's things you don't know about her that would jeopardize you at your trial when her character is brought up for question. And unlike you, I won't snitch on Sienna, because unlike you, I love and respect women. And unlike you, Mickey, I don't throw women under the bus and betray the trust of women and snitch on them like you do. But without saying too much, Sienna has many things you don't know about her, and those things would destroy your case in court if you hypothetically had her defend you in a court of law once she is cross-examined.
For the narrator / Jeff and Rick to spin around what happened to me as a child.
I get really tired of Gibson's hypocrisy and lies. He blames everything on you, Jeff, and your friend Rick, but he has no proof other than his fat lips.
Gibson comes up with cover stories and then just demands everybody believe his made-up fantasies without any proof.
Just because Jeff is supposedly your boyfriend doesn't automatically mean he's not capable of lying or being deceptive. Maybe you don't know Jeff as well as you might think you do.
No, Gibson, go fuck yourself. You cyberbully me and hurt my feelings by calling me a $2 prostitute all the time. Then you go and threaten Jeff's supporters on YouTube. That proves right there you are a sick piece of shit who is the real psychopath. And yeah, I hope prison justice happens to you. It would help me heal knowing how your cellmate would treat you.
And used AI to replicate my voice and sound as real as possible. Now, do I have evidence of this? No, not yet. Key word, yet. But Sienna and I, we will find proof soon enough.
You will never find proof. You're going to go on trial without proof because the G-Man account is yours and yours alone.
And Jeff and his two-hour prostitute were saying, "Oh, poor Kevin, he didn't deserve that. He's a victim. He didn't. Michael's so evil. He took advantage of him and targeted someone weaker than him, and he didn't deserve that."
Yeah, you did target someone weaker than you. You are a fucking piece of shit mocking Kevin. After you raped and killed him, I'm going to sit at your trial and laugh when the judge sentences you to life. Knowing you in a messed up prison cell should help my PTSD dealing with a psycho like you.